friends, Nibs again. Out in the garage tonight doing a little bit of goofing around. We've got a little bit of a winter storm going on outside. What they call lake effect snow. Some of you people that aren't from around the Great Lakes may not know what that means. If you look it up, cold air comes out of the north or northwest, comes across one of the Great Lakes. Ours in particular is Lake Ontario. And that cold air picks up water from the warmer water of the lake, and then when it comes off the end of the lake, it, for whatever reason, it dumps it back down again, and it turns into lake effect snow. And it can be very localized, and it can produce some very heavy snow. So far we've only gotten a couple inches, three or 4 inches. Up north of me got about a foot overnight. And it is just late November right now, so I think we're in for a winter. But it's a perfect day for a trigger pull Thursday. So a couple days ahead of Thursday I do these, but what we are going to be taking a look at today is my Supermatic Citation. This is in particular a model 103 Supermatic Citation, but I thought we would do I did a kind of a more deep dive on the history in the past, but I thought I would just kind of run through, and this is not all of my Supermatic or all of my high standard pistols, but I brought out a smattering to get us from the first model all the way up until the latest model that I have anyway. So the company was founded in 1926, and their first production pistol that I read about and that I have is a High Standard Model B. There's a couple different variations of the Model B. The ones with this kind of a takedown lever here, I believe were the earliest ones, and these were made up until around 1934. And then it's kind of odd that they would come out with the Model B first and then afterwards come out with a Model A, which is right here. But shortly after discontinuing the B, they came out with the A. And really the only difference between the two, if you notice, the B has an up rake on the bottom of the hand grip here, and then the A is more flattened off, and that gave you a better purchase on the grip, and didn't have that angle right in the palm of your hand there, so it was a better pistol type of grip. So the A was made up until 1942. And the next one that I have out here that kind of falls into the chronology there is the High Standard HD Military, and this one's pretty cool. Out of all the ones that I have out here right now, it's the only one with an exposed hammer, but it is pretty cool. These ones were made from 43 to 46. The next one I have out is a Sport King. They started calling them, having names with them and not just models. But the Sport King, they had a couple of different versions. This one is the earlier version. This one did not have a lock open, but you could take this one down, but it had a little lever right here that allowed you to take the barrel off, and then you could take the rest of it down to field strip and clean it. The later models, and I'll show you, so this is an early Sport King with that lever, and then those were made, that model was made between 51 and 53. They made another Sport King version that has this kind of takedown that I'll show you on the Supermatic, and that is a little button that you would push in here, and you push the button in, and then usually it just lifts off. There's a little post there, so. But the Sport Kings also had that kind of takedown, and also the HD Military had that kind of takedown. So let's not jump ahead too fast. So the Supermatic Citation, they came out with the Model 101, and the Model 101 started in about 1954, I believe, and that ran until like 58. They came out with a couple different variations, and then they came out with the one that I have here, which is a Model 103, and the Model 103 ran from 58 to 65. I've never been able to narrow this one down to anything more particular than that, but it is a really cool gun. That's the one we're going to be testing the trigger on. But then finally, I have a High Standard, they call this one the Supermatic Trophy, and this is also the Supermatic Trophy Military. If you notice, this one has a much more vertical grip angle than most of these other ones. Most of these other ones are very much swept back compared to this one. The military wanted one that kind of more closely mimicked the 1911 type of grip, and this is a really 1911-ish type of grip for sure, and it has the weight for it too. And this one is a Model 107, and the 107 was made between 68 and 81, and I was able to determine that this one, as best I can tell, was made in 1978. So this one also has the takedown. You can interchange. I could take the barrel off of that Supermatic Citation and put it over here and swap it back and forth. But there you go, a little very quick history of the ones that I have anyway. They have other models that are in between there and everything too. But I have my Lyman trigger gauge. Let's get that fired up. So I ran out of snap caps. I gotta buy some more snap caps, but I do have a spent case, which works just as good. You don't want to, especially these, the pin comes right out and touches the front of that chamber if you don't put that round in there, that dummy round in there first. But let's go ahead and give this a try. This is a very light trigger. 5.9 ounces. All right, let me rack that out. We'll do this 3 times. Whoever, I know somebody had to work on this trigger to make it and it's very safe. I've tested it and beat it around, and 6.2 ounces, and it is very, but the first time I shot this gun, I was not expecting that, but it is an amazing, amazing trigger. And let's do one more, and we'll take an average. And 4.5 ounces for an average of 5.5 ounces. That is pretty phenomenal. I use this one for our target league that we do in the wintertime, and we shoot that one-handed, offhand. You guys have seen me out here in the garage practicing with my ISMASH, or my Baikal IZH46M, which is has a very similar grip arrangement. This is some custom grips here. I don't have the original grips, but very nice. When I saw this at the store and I put it on my hand, it didn't even require any fitment or adjustment in the bottom or anything. It just was like putting on a a finely fit pair of leather gloves. I just knew I had to have it. And it wasn't very expensive either, because it wasn't original, so they weren't selling it as some, you know, collector's item or whatever. But there you go, the Supermatic Citation Model 103 with a average of a 5.5 ounce trigger. Pretty stinking amazing. So anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Check down below, I'll put a link to Ron Wayne's site. He's the guy who originally started up this Trigger Pull Thursday little thing. We got a pretty good crew going with it now. But this military one has a really nice trigger too. We'll probably do one of those down the road. I don't want to do them back to back, but you know, in a month or so or two, I'll do that military one as well, because it has a really nice trigger too. Not this nice, but very nice. Anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.